of Bonaberi was created in 1998. So the school has been existing for 23 years, which means 23 years of experience in international teaching and international curriculum. The school was created by a group of African Americans who wanted to impact the history and the knowledge which should be known by people of African descent. That is the knowledge that is important for them to keep their African pride, to keep their African image. Or the school uses an international curriculum, which for now is based on the American curriculum and the British curriculum. That is why our students are able to take international exams. Our students take the international GCSE exams, General Certificate for Secondary Education. Our students are able to take the Advanced Placement exams, which is an American exam. The students are also able to take other language exams like the TOEFL, the SAT. I mean, name them. The curriculum simply helps the students to be able to take international exams that now help them integrate prestigious universities around the world. Besides its curriculum, the American School of Bonaberi integrates several other aspects to the children's education. First of all, I'd like to mention African-centeredness or African pride, if I can say that, because it's important to have knowledge of what was done by our ancestors so that we're able to know what we can pick up from them and how we can keep going from there. So that is what we groom the children about. That is what we teach the children at the American School of Bonaberi. African-centered education, African pride, classical African studies. In fact, we're just grooming future African leaders. The American School of Bonaberi integrates technology into teaching, which means that the students are groomed with modern technology, which facilitates learning on the side of the students and teaching on the side of the teachers. So we use blended learning. I mean, in the 21st century, blended learning is what has to be. So the American School of Bonaberi uses blended learning. Secondly, the American School of Bonaberi proposes modern dormitory facilities for students who wish to study at the American School of Bonaberi while living on campus. So the dormitory ensures that students meet academic excellence. This is done through the supervision during their study sessions, and there are qualified supervisors who take care of students during their study sessions at the dorm. The dormitory also allows students to go back home on the weekends, so it's absolutely impossible for students to grow homesick, since students are allowed to go back home every weekend and meet their parents, and then they're back to the dorm on Monday. The fact that the American School of Bonaberi is somewhat retreated from the hustle and bustles of the townships provides a calm and secure environment for the students. So we can assure you that the students are able to learn in a very quiet and peaceful environment. One way in which the American School of Bonaberi instills cultural pride in the students is by promoting cultural diversity. So in the school, we have students from various and diverse backgrounds. This helps the students cultivate a deep knowledge of various cultures, thus instilling in them cultural pride. In times of COVID-19, the American School of Bonaberi has always taken a lot of measures to protect the students and the teachers. One of the COVID-19 measures that the American School of Bonaberi has adopted is the limited amount of students or limited number of students per class. The limited number of students per class does not only help us attain social distancing amongst the students, but it also helps the teachers attain the individualized system of teaching. So each student is treated like a separate classroom. So having a limited number of students per classroom helps us achieve all of that. Also, at the American School of Bonaberi, we ensure that in the morning when students come in, they're wearing their face masks, their hands are disinfected at the gate, and their temperatures are taken before they come into class. If we suspect any alarming case among a student, the parent is quickly contacted and this child can be taken care of.